All right, so pretty nasty candle, pretty nasty rejection candle. Bears are definitely still alive, definitely still active. This was just kind of like we said, 1, 2, and then this was just so strong that it just kind of kept coming back on them. I think we saw it on like a 3-minute time frame or 5-minute time frame. Something was looking a little fishy. Yeah, I guess it was these two completely rejecting this breach upward. And like, if you put it down here at the low, we break across it. So that's kind of what we're talking about here. Um, and then just follow through selling all the way through here, looking like we're about to potentially take a shot at breaking this low and continuing our descent. Um, this is exactly what I was talking about. Not on the last bar, not eager to be buying anything. We haven't been eager to buy anything all day, but this was the first kind of sign of strength that maybe we could consider getting long, and just wasn't to be. It didn't look good. This ended up being a short opportunity for bears, and they kind of took it, and now they're kind of printing, a bit of a pullback, follow through bar here. So still going to just take it easy. I think the bullish case, what we would really be hoping for is that we kind of build a range here-ish type area, and then kind of just bounce up and down within the range, and then start putting in some higher lows. And then we can maybe make a run at the highs. But that, of course, is contingent on bulls being able to step in again in this region and buy it back, which maybe they can. Certainly, this is one of those times, like I was talking about earlier with RSI, when I don't really look too much at RSI, but you can very much see that there was a lot of bearish momentum, but the spike was really strong. And even though bears have run it back already, they don't have the same momentum that they had prior to this spike. So possibly bulls could step in here and start developing this range for real, and try and force some sort of pop. But as of now, that's just wishful thinking, and we need to just stay focused on what we're seeing, which is a really clear and strong trend here. If it were to get broken, for example, on a low time frame, you might even be able to say like it kind of got broken here, but it's pretty weak break, right? Like you barely have to redraw in order to accommodate that. But really, what bulls might be looking for is, maybe down here on the let's say we do call this a trend line break, and this is your test of that low. Well, they tried to break down and bulls stepped in here. They tried to break down and bulls stepped in here, and now again they're trying to break down. The bulls can step in again. That would be the third time that bulls, are able to step in and make counter push, and that might be enough combined with this kind of low buyer's territory to put in maybe a bounce here, take it back up to this high, maybe bounce more, see what we can do. So bulls are not out of, bears are not out of the woods. This is certainly by no means completely bearish, but looking pretty motherfucking bearish, right? We were thinking that maybe we would put an inside bar in, and this is exactly kind of the type of inside bar that I was thinking of when I said that we'll put an inside bar in here, like a pretty strong red inside bar that doesn't break the low and doesn't break the high. But I wasn't expecting us to be here already. We still have, almost 3/4 of the candle to go. So wasn't really expecting to be at this point this quickly. So we'll have to see what happens. Maybe bulls can keep it up, and then we end up closing this way, but they don't let bears take a lower low. And we have enough work in this region that maybe we can make the next bar a green bar up. We'll have to see. But for now, just being patient, just waiting to see what developments happen in this region, in this area down here, and we'll follow up in 45. Thanks for watching. Oh, since we just closed this 15, actually, this is exactly what we're talking about. This little buyback here, and hopefully they can try and close above. They can try and break above 60.735. Here's exactly what we were talking about. One push, two push, and now maybe looking for a third push. That would be the same kind of thing. We had one push here, two push, three push. That's what we were talking about here. But now we also have one push, two push down. Maybe we look for a third push down and then start pushing up. But this certainly is the little trend reversal pattern for prompting this pump here. And where is that region that this is that 60,736? It would be even better if they could break above 60.8, if bulls could break above 60.8, but we'll see. Certainly now this trend line is broken, right? Like you can't really draw it here. There's nothing. So if you were drawing here, it was broken already. If you're drawing here, this is getting broken. Now we're going to look for a third push down and a potential or an attempt at continuation after this pop, and then we'll see how things are looking.